Good morning, passport holders. Just barely. Today, November 11th, 2017, day 11:07, if I'm doing my math right. Pretty sure I am, though. And it is just before noon. We were supposed to be doing the raid today with a bunch of the guys. Three of us didn't show up. I was not one of them. I was there. Actually, I was there on early. I was on at 9 a.m. in order to hang out with Ben for a little bit, tackle a couple of things. But the big news is this morning, 3 big Amazon packages were delivered. And those were delivered, and those include all of the first piece of dishware, flatware, bedding, utensil separator, towels, and a couple other like home essentials that like I want to have day one. And so all that stuff is there. So when I get keys on Thursday morning, the first thing that I will be doing is the sheets and the towels, separate loads, getting both those done so that when all of everything else gets there with the furniture guys, noon to 6 p.m., that I'll be able to kind of immediately kind of just move in, quote unquote. I'll take a set of clothes with me over to the house that I'll wear on Friday, and then Friday I'll come here and I'll basically be packing up most of the day. I've already told my boss that effectively I will be doing a half day on Friday, where I'll be on until about 1 p.m. Pacific, and then after that I'm over here. But one of the big things about making all these big orders and having all that stuff ready to rock is A1, there's a lot of extra filler stuff, which I think you may have seen there, the plastic bags, the airbags, and the paper. So I can actually put more stuff in those boxes, which is a good thing. And secondarily, they're huge boxes, so that it's a really good thing, so that I'm going to be able to actually empty those out on day one, bring them back over on Friday, and then either take them back with me Friday night and potentially bring them back here Saturday morning with me. Or I can just bring them over here Friday, leave probably the 2 larger ones here, and then that way I can fit more stuff into the U-Haul van that I will be grabbing, in addition to all the larger items, so things like the lighting kit, the hammocks, that kind of stuff that's coming with me. The desk setup, all of that will go on Saturday. I've got the U-Haul for 5 hours, so it should be more than enough time so long as most everything is packed up. And be quite honest, like the biggest thing that's going to be a pain is the futon. I've got to take that apart on ideally Friday night as well, clean it up, get it all ready to rock so that all I have to do is literally carry it down the stairs, throw it in the back seat. But I hope you guys are having a great Saturday as this is being recorded, a great Sunday if you're watching on day of release. Let's get today started. All right, guys, coming up on 4:40 at this point, and decided to get out of the house just for a little bit, try and get some steps in, try and get some high energy calories burned. Just doing the same kind of 2.25 mile loop that I did last night. Got a ton of stuff done though. The desk more or less has been cleared of anything that isn't an electronic that needs to be categorized and put into the right boxes, because I'm one of those nerds. Everything's cataloged in its box kind of thing when it goes into a move. Destroyed all the mail, the personally identifiable information, threw out the stuff that I could, all that good fun. So that got done. 2 more boxes done. Got the vlog edit done. It's currently exporting. It'll definitely be done by the time I get back. And yeah, like the guys are gonna try and do another raid situation. Looks like it's at 9 p.m. tonight, which is at an okay time for me. But a bunch of us I think 4 or 5 of us are jumping online, intended to jump online around 7 p.m. to do trials and potentially the nightfall. So we'll do what we can, figure it all out. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm not watching any college football today, or not really. I mean, I had it on while I was shredding stuff. But yeah, just, I don't know, simpler day. 7:45 on a Saturday night. No anticipation to go out, do anything fun or interesting. I'm gonna really just kind of hang out with the guys here. Been trading boxes, food, and then reading in kind of this parallel sequence or consecutive sequence for, I think it was 3 passes, all things said and done. So the tech in the closet's all packed up now. The only boxes that remain are the boxes for the stuff out here and the big monitor. About 6 or 7 more chapters done, in Tools of Titans, which I really have enjoyed. But again, it's a glossary for Tim's podcast and personal experiences with these folks. So it's interesting. It's just that storytelling, man. That storytelling's missing for me. Um, but it's there in bits and pieces. Like when he takes more than 3 pages in order to kind of give the best of the best, then that's what you get. I feel like I've been super productive today, and I don't want to overdo it. I did take a few extra minutes to stretch out my back, and I actually may have gotten one of the big things that I've been struggling with, because I heard the loudest crack I've heard from that specific area of my back on the right side that's been locked up for years. Just the way that I stand, I sit, I sleep is all very right side dominant. And so I haven't felt anything like this in a long time, probably a couple of years. And it's remained warm down that entire side since it happened, which is a good thing. It means that, something is either ripped or torn or appropriately so, and is healing back in either a different way, a better way, hopefully with the Lumo and me wearing the brace while I'm sitting on this couch, that things are going to continue to get better. I do want to get stronger, and that's one of those big things that I am seriously considering making a major piece for next year is core strength, because my posture is a reflection of my core strength. My core is very weak because I don't play baseball any longer, which was my major reason for having a very strong core when I was in high school and the beginning parts of college. So now it's time for me to get back to that, because it's really important. And so yeah, just kind of thinking about I think it's one of the big things I've been doing in the past couple of days that I haven't really been talking about is kind of what do I want the rest of next year to look like, right? I mean, I've gotten to a very different spot than I was as a result of some major changes. Obviously leaving this apartment is a big one. But what do I want the rest of my life to look like? And dating is a major piece of that. And hopefully dating a single girl is a piece of that. What else, right? Reading was a huge piece of my life that I kind of walked away from when I started the vlog, and I think that's a huge mistake. I can still do both. I can produce a 7 or 8 minute video and still read a book a week. That's not insane. What other things do I want? Do I want to be healthier? Do I want to take better care of myself? I think that's very much a part of this. And so I've been kind of playing all the games of okay, is this something that adds or detracts from my life? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And I think that it's starting to crystallize about what that life is going to look like. And yes, I know that that's a lot of changes that I might be making, but it's one of those things where I don't want to make them all stick simultaneously. So it's just kind of one of those things where if I can set the intention of where I want to go and ultimately end all be all at the end of next year, okay, what can I do to reverse engineer to get to those points? And so that's that. Chill Saturday night and nothing much really going on. I'm going to go watch CTFXC before I jump on and play with the guys and hang out with them for a few hours. All right, guys, 10:40 at this point at night, and yeah, the boys didn't jump online, so I played Destiny for about an hour and a half. Just kind of going through a story mission that I just omitted in my normal play. And yeah, just kind of decided that I wanted to go back to reading. I'm really enjoying this book. And, it's I'm finding the better use for me to use this book as I've gotten deeper and deeper into it, and now I'm in the second section, is to not use this as trying to extract learning experiences the way that I have from Tim's other books, but more importantly to just sit there and say, okay, is there something interesting in this passage that I didn't already know because I've listened to a lot of the early podcasts? B, is there a tool, a technique, a piece of technology that I can throw into the mix to increase the quality of my life, the quality of my work, or just the quality of my relationships? And so once I kind of reframed it that way, it was okay, this book is interesting. Let me open that up in Amazon. Let me take a peek at the reviews and what it says. All right, let me add that to my wish list, just as something that I'll get to at some point, right? And so it's been a very interesting process, and I think it's probably a reason why once I reframed it that way, it's been very easy for me to sit here for an hour and 40 minutes. That stated, I am 130 calories short of hitting my goal. I am 3 ounces of water short of hitting my goal today. So I've got, half water bottle there. I can go and take a walk, listen to some chilled out music for 15-20 minutes while I do that, come back, hit my 3 rings today, and yeah, Because normally, right now, like, I'm 100% honest with you, if it wasn't for packing and everything else, and the fact that I don't have Tara here and a bunch of my friends are all kind of keeping it low key recently, um, is that like I wouldn't have gone back out. I would probably be sitting here watching a movie or a comedy special and drinking a beer and not doing anything productive. And now I'm reading, trying to better myself, and now I'm walking at 10:30, 10:40 at night. Those are the types of changes that are the reason why these tools exist in my world, and why they keep me accountable, and that the data doesn't lie. Um, and so I'm excited about that. But I'm gonna go take this walk. I'm gonna come back and read some more. I'm gonna go to bed by midnight. And so, guys, I'm gonna say thank you so much for your time and your attention. As always, I appreciate them both. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still. So go do cool stuff. Bye for now.